Okay, good morning. Good morning, boys. Assalamualaikum.
Good morning, teacher.
Morning, teacher.
You had your breakfast? Semua dah sarapan? Dah. Ada yang belum?
Belum.
Okay. Biasa sarapan lambat lah tu, belum tu. Bangun-bangun tidur terus menghadap ni, meet.
Ya, cikgu.
Okay.
Ngantuk ni.
Okay. Today we are going to learn new chapter. Okay, I hope you get ready with your textbook, okay, and your calculator, scientific calculator. So we are going to learn on chapter 3. Okay. So semua chapter 2 kita dah habiskan. Okay, ada banyak dalam chapter 2 tu, cikgu harap kamu dah buat semua exercise. Dah siapkan semua exercise yang dalam Google Classroom dan juga dalam Telegram. Okay, kalau ada yang belum, lepas ni tengok balik. Pastikan semua latihan yang saya beri siap. Tulis. Apa dia? Cari apa dia? Yang betul dia. Okay. Pastikan kamu siap. Kemudian nanti naik sekolah, semua dah ready lah untuk hantar pada saya. Okay. So, our topic today. Alright. Okay, square roots, cubes and cube roots. Okay. Ini adalah topik yang terbaru. Okay. This is what you will see in your textbook when you open your textbook. Okay, this is the picture that you will see. Okay, what will you learn in this chapter 3 is square and square root. Okay. Right here, square and square roots. Okay, next, cubes and cube roots. Okay. Anyone have any idea about square and square roots that you want to share with me? You can, yes. Anyone? Do you have any idea what is square and square roots? First, let's look at squares and square roots. No idea. No idea about squares and square root at all.
I know what
Have
is
you
square
heard about
and square
squares?
root. Yeah.
Where do you heard about squares? Where you heard about squares?
In school.
School.
Like meant a centimeter square. Like that.
Yes, centimeter square. Usually when you want to measure something like a building, it's stated there in meter square. How many meter square? Something
Even
like
of the
30
area.
meter square. Yeah, the area. When do you learn the how to calculate the area in your primary school? Did you learn before?
Yeah.
Calculate area? So tak ada masalah lah. So you have already heard about squares and squares, but not square root, right? Have you heard about square roots?
No.
What is square roots and how does square roots looks like? Okay. This is in your textbook as well. Okay, this is Christoph Rudolph. Okay, nama macam dalam cerita Harry Potter macam tu, Christoph Rudolph. And this is Rene Descartes. Okay, these two persons introduce or come up with the idea of squares and square roots. Okay, squares and cube were used by French mathematician Rene Descartes ni. Ini ialah orang Perancis, French mathematician. Okay, dia keluarkan buku Geometry. Okay, then simbol square symbols of square roots, okay, the symbol of square roots and cube roots were introduced by German mathematician Christoph Rudolph here. Okay, this Christoph Rudolph is a German mathematician that introduced the symbol of square roots and cube roots. Okay, do you know what is the symbol of square roots and cube roots? Let me show you how the symbol look like. Okay, this is the symbol of square root. This one. Do you have your calculator in front of you now? Do you have a calculator?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Ya, 3 orang je yang ada calculator. Yang lain ni? Tak nak cakap boleh type dalam chat. Okay. Now, if you have your calculator, look at your calculator now. Can you find a square root symbol?
Already,
Yes,
teacher.
In which row?
teacher.
In the second row.
Second row. teacher.
Second or third row?
Second.
Okay. If you look at your calculator again, okay. Cikgu, saya tak ada calculator. Okay, it's okay. Okay, lepas ni tolong beli calculator FX 570MS. Okay, if I show you my calculator here, do you see me in the camera, in the grid? Can you see me?
Blurry.
Okay, if I show you the calculator, can you see it?
Blurry. Blur.
Blur. Okay,
Blur.
this is the symbol of square root. Okay, dalam calculator tu ada simbol square root dan di atasnya, on top of that button, there is a yellow writing, yellow label of cube roots. Okay, of cube roots. This is square root and the yellow label is cube root. Look at the slide now. Don't look at your calculator, look at your slide now. Okay, this is a symbol of cube root where it uses the same symbol as a square root. Just you need to add number 3 on the symbol for representing cube roots. Okay. And how about a symbol of square and cube? Do you know the symbol of a square?
Yeah.
Look at this image. Here, this image here. This is a symbol of square. Okay, small two on the right, on top of the right. Okay, itu ialah simbol square. Okay, kalau ada macam ni, this one, A3 on top right, this is a symbol of representing a cube. Okay. Okay, so you remember this one, this symbol, all these 4 symbols. Ingat 4 simbol ini. Okay, next let's look at 3.1, squares and square roots. What are squares and perfect square? Okay, just now you see square, symbol of square root, symbol of cube roots, and symbol of cube. Okay, so what is square and perfect square? Okay, dekat sini kita akan belajar dua. Satu, squares. Tadi yang kamu belajar, this one, A2 here. What is square? Okay, next we need to figure out what is perfect squares. Okay, so the learning standard that you need to achieve here in this topic is explain the meaning of squares and perfect square. You can explain the meaning. Okay, first, the square of a number is that number multiplied by itself. Example, square of number n is n multiplied by n equal n square. Okay, number A, okay, when you multiply by itself, A multiplied by A, okay, equal A square. Okay, equal A square. So the square of a number is that number multiplied by itself. That is the definition, the meaning of square. The number that is multiplied by itself. Okay, so we call that number a square. Okay, n square. So this one is a square because a square means a multiplied by a. Okay, so what is a perfect square? A perfect square is a number that can be expressed as a square of a positive whole number. Okay, a perfect square ni, okay, how can you determine a perfect square? Okay, it can be expressed as a square of a positive whole number. Means this A here must be whole number. Okay, A here must be whole number. Okay, positive whole number. Okay, example, P is a perfect square if P equal A multiplied by A, where A is a positive whole number. So we can call P is a perfect square. Okay, do you have any question? Do you understand this one?
Yes.
Little bit, teacher.
A little bit. Okay. We will look at the example for you to get to understand clear. Okay. Okay, just look at this one first. 4 small 2 here is read as 4 squared. Okay, remember to read it as 4 squared or square of 4. Okay, you can either read it as 4 squared or square of 4. Okay, I'm going to explain about perfect square more. Okay. Okay, this one, look at this. How do you determine whether a number is a perfect square? Okay, you know that square is a number that is multiplied by itself. A number that is multiplied by itself, we call it a square. Okay, a squared number. Okay, so what is a perfect square? Okay, how can we determine a perfect square? Okay, kita boleh tentukan a perfect square. We can use the method of prime factorization. Do you remember method of prime factorization? Do you remember prime factorization? In chapter 2, you learn prime factorization. There are 3 methods to get to factorize.
Yeah,
Okay,
the factor 3.
yes. Use a factor 3 to determine we can use the method of prime factorization here, meaning you can use a factor 3 to determine whether a number is a perfect square. Okay, if a question give you a number, then you need to determine whether the number is a perfect square or not. You use this method, prime factorization method. Okay, in this method, if the prime factors can be grouped into 2 identical groups. Okay, kita dah dapatkan tadi kita gunakan prime factorization method, then we get the prime factors. Okay, when we get the prime factors, we need to group it into 2 identical group. Okay, kalau kita dapat kumpulkan dia dalam 2 kumpulan prime factor yang identitinya sama, okay, jadi then the number is a perfect square. Okay, let's look at this example. Okay, to understand it more, let's look at this example 1. Determine whether each of the following number is a perfect square. So, is 36 a perfect square? Itu soalan secara ayat terusnya. Adakah 36 ni ialah perfect square? Determine whether each of the following number. A, 36 is a perfect square. How can we determine whether 36 is a perfect square? Okay, we use this solution. Prime factorization using factor 3. Okay, first, this is the question. 36. We need to determine whether 36 is perfect square. We need to find what two numbers that can be multiplied to get 36. What two numbers that can be multiplied to get 36? Tak apalah. Duduk kat bawah. Duduk kat kelas ni. Bye-bye. Duduk kat bawah.
Dah jumpa dah?
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Boleh je. Kejap lagi. Okay. First, you need to determine what two number that can be multiplied to get 36. Okay. Here, in this example, it gives you stated here 4 multiplied by 9. Okay, 4 multiplied by 9 equal 36. And 4 here can still be divided, or we can still get any two numbers to get multiplied to get 4. Okay, we can still find two numbers to be multiplied to get 4, which is 2 multiplied by 2. And 2 is a prime number. Okay, 2 is a prime number. Ingat tak saya cakap 2 is the only even number that is prime number? Okay, so 2 is a prime number. Okay. Kita dah selesai kat sini. We already solved this one. Okay. We stop when we get prime number. When we reach prime number, okay, bila kita dah sampai dekat prime number, we stop the process. Okay, we don't need to find what number to be multiplied to get 2 anymore. No, we just stop there. Faham? Do you understand?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
So, right. And let's look at this 9. Okay, very good. You understand already. So, let's look at 9. 9, we can still find two numbers to be multiplied to get 9, which is 3 multiplied by 3. 3 multiplied by 3 equal 9. And 3 here is a prime number. 3 is a prime number. So, you need to remember what is prime number. Apa dia prime number? Prime number is a number that
can be divided by itself or one.
and one.
Prime number is number that can be divided by itself and one. Okay. So, itu saja. Dia boleh dibahagi dengan diri sendiri dan satu saja. Dia tak boleh dibahagi dengan lain. So, we stop after we found prime number. Okay. So, here, if you look at here, okay, let me use another color. 2 multiplied by 2. This is all the prime number at the end of the tree. Okay, which is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Okay, this is the prime factorization that we get after we do this solution, this process. Okay, from these prime numbers here, okay, you can see the pattern. You can see that there are 2 twice and 3 also twice. Ada nombor 2 ada 2 kali dan nombor 3 sini pun ada 2 kali. So we can group this prime number here, okay, this prime factor here, we can group it into 2 identical group, which is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied 2 multiplied by 3. That is why this one is circled in blue box here to show that it is grouped by 2 identical group. Okay, do you get it?
Yes.
Okay. Since we are able to group it into 2 identical group, thus 36 is a perfect square. Kalau kita boleh saja groupkan dia dalam 2 identical group like this, then we can say that number, the given number in the question is a perfect square. If you cannot find the match, or you cannot find, you cannot group it into this kind of 2 identical group like this, then you just say 36 is not a perfect square, or that number is not a perfect square. But in this case, 36 is a perfect square. Okay. If you don't believe me, okay, let's look at another way to solve this one. It's not another way, but another number actually. Okay, let's look at if we use 36. Okay, this is 36, the given number in the question here. And we use this factor 3. What number can we get? What number can we multiply to get 36 other than 4 multiplied by 9? Apa lagi nombor yang kita boleh guna untuk dapat 36 selain dari 4 darab 9?
6.
Hmm?
6 times
6. 6 times 6. 6 multiplied by 6 equal 36. Betul?
Yes.
Okay, correct. Now, we need to solve this one. What number can be multiplied to get 6?
2 and 3.
Yes, 2 multiplied by 3. You will get 6. And this one, same as well. 2 multiplied by 3. You see? You already get this pattern, 2 identical. The prime factor is grouped into 2 identical groups. So, whatever number you choose to multiply at first, at the end of the day, at the end of the process, you can get 2 identical groups. Okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
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 Okay, very good. Lagi yang lain tolong jawab dalam chat, tuliskan. Faham tak? Do you understand? Oh, Joshua dah tulis. Yes. Dave dah jawab. Yes, Hadif dah jawab. Yes. Kalau tak, cakap tak. Yes, good. Yes. Zafran, Nitish, alright. Leo, alright. Okay. Joshua, alright. Okay, most of you already understand. Okay. That's why you need to master chapter 2, prime factorization. You need to really do a lot of question. You need to always do factorization question, quiz or exercise to master the skill to find prime factors. Okay. After that, okay, let's look at this smart tip. Perfect square can be written as a product of 2 equal factors. Okay. Product of 2 equal factors. For example, okay, look at this. 225 equal 15 multiplied by 15 or 15 square. Thus, 225 is a perfect square. Okay. Jadi 225 ialah perfect square kerana dia ialah hasil darab faktor yang 2 equal factors, faktor yang sama, 15. Okay, 15 square equal 225. Or 36 square here, 36 here equal 36 equal 6 square. Am I right? 6 square. 6 multiplied by 6. Isn't it 6 square? 6 multiplied by 6. Just now you see my example, A multiplied by A is A square. 6 multiplied by 6 equal 6 square, which is 36. Which is product of 2 equal factors. Kita panggil product of 2 equal factors tu sebagai perfect square. Now do you understand a perfect square? Can you give me another example? If you really understand, give me another number that we can call as perfect square. Other than 36 and 225. What are the number
24.
that we can call perfect square?
4.
24. 24.
24? 24.
144.
Okay. What number?
144.
12.
12.
121.
124.
121.
121.
121.
Can you write in chat?
144.
Yes, 121.
144. So 144 is a multiply of what number? Equal factor. The two equal factor is
12 and 12.
very good.
121 is 11.
121. 11. Okay. Great. Okay, good. So you understand that this kind of numbers, we can call it as a perfect square. Okay, perfect square. Okay. Now determine whether 54 is a perfect square. Write in chat. Is 54, right? Yes or no? Is 54 a perfect square? No. Yes. Yes. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Alright. Everybody answer no in chat. Very good. Yes. 54 is not a perfect square. But how do you prove it? How do you prove that 54 is not a perfect square? Once again, you use a prime factorization. Okay, you use this factor 3 to prove that 54 is not a perfect square. Okay, look at this. 6 multiplied by 9 equal 54. Okay, 2 multiplied by 3 equals 6. 9, 3 multiplied by 3 equal 9. And you get here, 2 multiplied by 3, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 3. There is one number 2 there and 3 number 3 there. So we cannot group these prime factors into two identical groups. Thus, 54 is not a perfect square. Yes, betul, Suchendra Singham. By prime factorization method, we can prove that 54 is not a perfect square when all the prime factors cannot be grouped into two identical groups. Okay, very good. What is the relationship between squares and square root? Okay, in this, yes, correct, even repeated division. Okay, what is the relationship between squares and square root? Okay, in this subtopic, you need to be able to state the relationship between squares and square root. Okay, this one, okay, look at my slide. This one is read as square root of 36. Square root of 36. Okay, look at example 2. Complete each of the following. Okay, 9 multiplied by 9 equal 81. Thus, okay, what do we call this? How do we call it?
Square root.
Square root of 81.
Yes. Thus, square root of 81 equal, okay, how do we call this one? Square root of
9 times
9. Yes,
Times
square
9.
root of 9. Oh my god.
9 times 9.
9 times, okay, 9 multiplied by 9. Thus, square root of 81 equals square root of 9 multiplied by 9. And the final, the answer is
Is 9.
9. Yes, 9. Okay, this is without using a calculator. You get the answer here, 9. Okay, how about this one? Okay, this is another, this is one example. One example, this kind of number. Okay, given to you like this. Okay, this one, if in this example 2, the B1, 32 square equal 1024 plus square root of 1024 equal square root of
32 square.
yes 32 square. 32 square. Okay, bila ada dua-dua ni just kita akan sebenarnya kita macam buangkan sajalah, potong dia. So the answer is 32.
2.
Okay. Okay. Let's do this together. Self practice 3.1b. Okay. Copy and complete each of the following. A, 5 multiplied by 5 equal 25. Thus, square root of 25 equal
5 multiplied by 5.
5.
lagi saya nak dengar suara lain. Ada lagi tak? Square root of 25 equal
5.
yes. So you just write 5 multiplied by 5, which is
5.
5. Okay, let's look at B. Square root 8 multiplied by 8 equals 64. Thus, okay, this is another example of a what?
Perfect square.
Perfect square. 25 is perfect square. 64 is perfect square. Okay, 64, square root of 64 equal
Square root 8 multiply 8. 8 multiply
square root of 8. You don't left the square root symbol. Square root of 8 multiplied by 8 equal 8. Okay. Ada soalan?
Tak ada.
Okay, if you don't have any question, let's look at your calculator now. Okay, in your calculator, just now I already asked you to find where is the square root symbol. Okay, press that square root symbol now. Dah kan?
Dah ada.
Okay. Alright. After you press the square root symbol, you will see like this. Boleh nampak ke saya?
yes.
Boleh.
Kalau tak nampak, saya tunjuk kat sini. Okay, bila dah nampak square root symbol. Okay, next you need to press 25. Press 25. 25. Dah?
Dah.
Okay, then press equal.
Equal.
Dah? Yes, press equal. Dah?
Dah.
Alright. What answer that you see in your screen?
5.
5.
Okay, so square root of 25 is equal 5. Okay, this is the method by showing the solution without using a technology. This is method showing solution without using a technology. Okay, if using a technology, this is the method how you do it in your calculator. Just pressing the square root symbol first, then the number and then the equal. Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay, very good.
Boleh.
Cuba buat yang 64 tu. The same.
Square root 64.
Sama saja.
8.
Yes. Tadi kamu ada bagi contoh pada saya perfect square lain, which is 121. and 144. You can now try to check in your calculator whether the number you gave me earlier, you get the correct answer. You can just press your calculator to check.
One.
121, 144, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, enough with calculator. Let's look at our slide. Okay, cukup dengan calculator, kita teruskan. Okay, the learning standard that you need to achieve here. Okay, you already learn the definition. You know already what is square root, what is perfect square. Now you need to learn, you need to be able to determine the square of a number with and without using technological tools. Kalau ikutkan tadi macam dah boleh dah. You are able to determine the square of a number without using a calculator just now. Okay, and this baru je tadi ni, okay, using a technological tool. Technological tools here means your scientific calculator lah. Okay, how do you determine the square of a number? Okay, example 3, find the value of each of the following without using a calculator. Without. Okay, tolong jangan guna calculator dulu. Okay, nak pandai ikut cakap saya, jangan guna calculator dulu. Okay, without using a calculator. 6 square. Okay, question is A, 6 square. Question A is 6 square. Okay, how can we determine the answer, the square without using a calculator? Siapa tahu apa answer dia? Okay, what is the answer of 6 square?
6 times 6.
36.
Very good. Pandai, bagus. 6 times 6. Solution, right solution there. Solution dia. Okay, tuliskan solution. Kita nak guna manual ni, tak ada calculator. So kita kena tulis secara manual tanpa calculator. Solution 6 times 6. Okay, equal what?
36.
36.
Jangan guna calculator lah.
36.
Okay. Yes, 36. So the answer is 36. Okay, let's look at B. Bagus, dah boleh dah. Let's look at B. Okay. Solution B. How can we solve this one? How to solve
Convert it
B?
to decimal. Convert
Apa?
this.
Convert. Tak payah convert ni. Direct aja.
3/4 times 3/4, you get 9/16.
Bagus. You buat je 2 kali. Kenapa dia tak nak padam? Ish. Halu. Tak nak padam lah. Dialah dia. So, you buat saja 2 kali lah. Repeated. Multiply. Kan dia kata kat sini. Square of a number by multiplying the number itself. So, walaupun dia bagi pecahan ke, perpuluhan ke, decimals ke, fraction ke, you just multiply by itself. Tak susah pun. 3 multiply by 3, 9. 4 multiply by 4,
16.
berapa?
16.
16. So the answer is 9/16. Okay. So, sekarang example 3 ni, ini without using a calculator kan? Cuba example 3 tu kamu guna calculator. Macam mana nak guna calculator? Example 3 tu. 6 square. How to use your calculator to find the square of the value of 6 square? Okay, now press your calculator, press on. Dah? Dah?
Dan
Okay, good. Press 6. Dah dapat? Press 6. Press 6.
okay.
Okay, press 6. Okay, look at your calculator. Do you see any symbol x squared? X
Yes.
squared.
Yes.
Dekat sebelah square root, betul tak? Dekat sebelah square root, betul?
Yes.
Ya, tekan apa ni? Tekan
X square, here, this one. X square. This one is square root, sebelah dia, beside it is x squared. After you press 6, number 6, you press x squared there. Dah?
Dah.
Okay. You will see the 6 already ada nombor 2 kecil di atas dia kan? Dia dah tulis 6 squared in your
Yes.
calculator. Now you press equal. Press equal.
Dah.
36.
What answer do you get?
36.
36. Lah ini lebih daripada kacang senangnya kalau guna kalkulator, betul?
Yes.
Kalau nak kata tak tahu lagi, tak tahulah saya. Okay. Now cuba press B. Cuba guna kalkulator untuk B. 3/4 square. Apa kamu nak press? Nak tekan apa? Someone write in chat yang dah dapat tu. First, what button to press? Boleh cakap pun boleh, tak nak tulis dalam chat pun boleh.
Where the type the fraction.
You already get the answer, 9/36. But now I want you to press to show me how to let me know how to find the answer using a calculator, using a scientific calculator. What button or what number that you need to press first? Press A, B over C.
Yang ni ke?
Mana tu? Saya ada nampak tak? Mana tunjuk? Kamu kena cakap. Baru cikgu nampak. Cikgu tak boleh tengok kamu lah. Cikgu punya screen ni memang share full screen. So cikgu tak nampak kamu.
This one right, teacher?
Okay. Tak apalah cikgu tunjuk lah. Senang. Okay. Mula-mula. Okay. First you press you look at the question. The question. Okay. 3/4, right? Okay. In the question here. Nampak tak sini? Okay. Ini simbol apa? Ini simbol apa? Bracket kan? Okay. So, ini fraction. But this is a bracket symbol. So, if you see written here a bracket, then you need to press bracket in your scientific calculator.
Okay.
Okay. Do you see any bracket in your scientific calculator?
Yes.
Ada kan?
Yes.
Okay. Press open bracket first. Press open bracket.
Okay.
Not the one that open close there is negative symbol, not that one. Beside the ENG button, open bracket is on the right side of ENG button. Okay, press the open bracket, then you press number 3. After you press number 3, you press button A, B over C. A, B over C button. This button. You press A over C button. This button. Where is it? This one. Okay, this button. Okay, look at I think in the small picture tu ada muka saya, ada calculator saya tu, tengok kat situ. Okay, dah?
Belum.
Dah siap? Boleh? Belum.
Mana?
Yes, teacher. Done.
Yang dah siap tunggu kawan sekejap. Tunggu yang belum. Dia dapat macam ni. Tengok skrin saya tu. Dia dapat. Okay, dapat
I
3.
got 9 over 169.
Nanti saya nak ajar kamu macam mana nak baca. Tak apa, yang dah tahu tu tak apa. Tunggu sekejap. Nanti kamu tak tahu baca untuk fraction. Tak nampak. Kalau saya tunjuk kat kamera satu lagi ni, nampak tak?
Try.
Kamera yang ni nampak?
Kamera yang tu blur.
Blur juga. Okey, dia macam ni. Awak ikut sajalah arahan saya tu. Open bracket. Kemudian number 3, press. Kemudian press, cari button yang ada A, B over C. Dekat bawah button CALC. Itu sebab kalau awak pakai model 570 ms kalau pakai model lain kedudukan kedudukan button-button tu saya tak pasti. Itu bagi yang pakai model yang sama dengan saya, which is FX 570 ms. After you press 3, then you press A, B over C, which refer to pecahan, fraction. Okay, this button. You look at this button in your calculator. A, B over C. Look at my slide. I show you the button. Okay. You press this button. This button. A, B over C button. This button means fraction. Ini button menunjukkan fraction. Fraction button. Bila kamu dah press ni tadi kamu press bracket, then press 3, then press this button. Bila kamu press this button, A, B over C, in your calculator you will see this one. Betul tak? Okay, after this you press number 4. Then you press close bracket. After that you press x square, this one. Press this one. To show after this one you press x square. Bila kamu dah press x square tu nanti dekat dalam calculator kamu you will see macam tu. Betul tak? Kamu akan dapat lihat macam ni.
Yes.
Then after press x square tadi dah jadi macam ni dalam screen, press equal. Bila kamu press equal, in screen you will see 9, 16. Okay, dalam screen calculator, this symbol refer to over. Ini maksudnya over lah, 9 over 16. Simbol yang ini maksudnya over. Kalau ada 3 kali, contoh 3, 9, kemudian 16. Okay, ini maksud dia, the meaning of this is 3, 9 over 16. Mixed number. Do you understand? Boys?
Yes.
Butang mana ni? Ni.
Ismail, untuk tu kau kena guna tu. Untuk tu kau kena guna yang tu, button tu.
Kawan lain yang nampak tu tunjukkan. Saya tak nampak, memang tak boleh tengok kamu.
Butang ni.
Ismail, macam tu kau kena bracket dulu. Kau
Dah bracket. Dah bracket 3. Lepas tu nak tekan apa?
itu that square.
Okay, boys. Nanti saya akan snap foto. Saya tunjuk Nanti saya bagi guide by foto dekat dalam Telegram. Kamu tengok selepas ni. Kalau saya tunggu ni sekarang tak habis ni. Dah nak habis masa dah. Lagi 3 minit je.
Yes,
Okay,
sure.
let's look at example 4. Okay, yang lain tu mute dulu. Mute mic. Nanti ada gema. Okay, example 4. Okay, now this example 4, the question wants you to use a calculator. Find the value of each of the following by using a calculator. A, 43 squared. So, the solution is this one. Press 3x squared, press equal. You will get the answer. Directly you terus dapat jawapan dalam calculator. Ni dalam screen calculator tu terus akan keluar yang ini, jawapan ni. 1849. Okay, this is how using a calculator. Let's look at how to press a negative number in your scientific calculator. B. Okay, look at my slide. Negative 7 over 13 squared. Okay, ini answer. Okay, jangan tengok answer dulu. Okay, tengok apa kamu kena press in your calculator. What button that you need to press in your calculator. First, press the open bracket. Then this symbol. Okay, these symbols refer to negative number. Dalam kalkulator kamu, kalau kamu lihat simbol ini, it refer to negative number. This one. Hilang pula. Okay. Refer to negative number. Okay. Kemudian press 7. Okay. Nampak? Dia press nombor negatif ni. Kamu kena ikut turutan macam mana kamu tulis. How do you write then how do you press. Okay. Bracket, negative symbol. Kemudian number 7. Okay. Kemudian you press this button. To represent over. A, B over C. Okay. This over here. To represent this one. Then you press 13. Okay. The 13. This is 13. Then you close the bracket. Close. This is close bracket. Then you press x squared to represent squared symbol here. After that, you press equal, you will get the answer in your calculator will be 49. Dalam screen calculator will show them something like this. 49, this symbol 169. Okay. Same goes to decimal numbers. For decimal number, lebih mudah. You just press 2 and the point 96 and x squared and then press equal. Yang lain yang dapat tu boleh terus tekan saja calculator. Okay, do you have any question? Nanti saya tunjuk. Kamu ikut yang tu.
Tak cikgu, saya dah jumpa butang dia. Butang saya macam
lain
ada block over block.
Sebab kamu mungkin ada pakai yang version, kamu pakai version yang lebih canggih ke? Macam tu cikgu tak? So, cikgu tak tahu kat mana.
Saya punya version lain.
Kamu kalau pakai version lain, boys, apa kata kita share kamu punya gambar screen calculator, kamu punya gambar muka scientific calculator kamu dalam chat nanti. So kita boleh tengok, boleh kongsi kalau model apa, macam mana dia punya susunan button. Okay. Share saja. Okay, for your exercise today, I want you to do this self practice 3.1c, this 3 question, number 1 and number 2. Number 1, 3 question, number 2, 3 question. Number 1 without using calculator, number 2 use a calculator. So, buat yang ni untuk hari ni. Boleh? Usual Mathematics 3 untuk PKP. Nanti after when you come to school, I want to collect your Mathematics 3 book. Okay?
Okay.
So, that's all for our lesson today. Mana nak stop presenting? Dah stop ke? Belum. Okay. Stop presenting. Okay, do you have any question?
No.
Ada.
So far no.
So far understand. Remember to do the exercise. Okay, the exercise. Okay. I think that's all. I have another class with Form 2. So, take care everybody. Bye-bye. See you next week.
Bye, teacher. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.